Hey Panthers, welcome back to school. Congratulations on your first day. I so wish we could all be here together, and I'm so sad that this distance video way of communicating is all we're going to have together for the next couple of weeks or months. So what I thought I would do is welcome you to the school and welcome you to the theater and take you on a little bit of a tour of our space here at Potomac Falls. So even though you can't be here in person, maybe you can feel a little bit more connected to the school by virtue of the fact that when you do finally get here, you know where to go and you know where things are and you know all about the amazing facility that we have here in our drama department. So come along with me. The first place I'm going to introduce you to is our Black Box Theater. This is where all of our classes are held. This is where we have a lot of rehearsals. This is where everyone hangs out in the morning before the bell rings, and this is just a really great place for us all to come together and really celebrate the joy and our community of our theater department here at Potomac Falls. So come on in and I'll show you around. So on your first day of school and your first drama class, you would come into the black box and you would look, oops, and I just kicked the tripod. You would look around and you'd see this big empty room and you'd think to yourself, oh my gosh, this is so big. This is so intimidating. Why is there so much paint on the floor? What is going on here with these people? But this is where the magic happens. This is where we all come together and just share our love for theater, for performing, for acting, for singing, for dancing. This is where it all happens. This is where our tour started, and so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take a walk down the hallway. Oh guys, look at this. Blank, empty call board. So sad. This is where we have all kinds of announcements about auditions and upcoming performances, volunteer opportunities, Thespian Society meetings, and all kinds of other fun and exciting events and activities that we do together. Makes me very sad to see this blank and empty right now, but hopefully sometime soon it will be full of events once again. So most people walk down this hallway to get to their other classes. You can turn down this hallway here if you want to go to more music classes or band or orchestra or guitar. You can go down that hallway to get to the gym or you get to your chorus classes. The auditorium is on the right. And so many times people walk past this door here. They don't know what it's for. They don't know that it even exists. But today you're going to get an inside scoop into where this door goes. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's already unlocked. That's super exciting. So it's very dark and it's very ominous, and there are these stairs. Where do these stairs go? And here we go. At the top of the stairs, you come into this very confusing, very industrial, big room. And what is this place? Well guys, here we are in our props storage mez, and I apologize for the ambient noise. I'm holding the phone as close to my voice as I possibly can to hopefully drown out some of the HVAC, but when you have gigantic HVAC systems like this, you're bound to get some ambient noise on the recording, so I apologize for that. But I'm going to show you guys real quickly what we have here. This is a great place where we all come whenever we need to get props for any productions that we're doing. And we have prop technology, prop laptops, prop phones, we have prop silverware, prop plates, we have prop flowers, we have old prop Wicked Witch of the East legs, we have prop candy from when we did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, we have prop candlesticks and prop twinkle lights, we have all manner of prop plants, we have a prop Christmas tree, have a prop yoga ball. And so anytime we need something for a production, we come up here to look to see if we already have it first, rather than spend money on it. We've got baskets and glassware and silverware and tea sets and vases and hats and all manner of luggage and handbags and fish tanks and pictures and portraits and musical instruments and umbrellas and parasols and pretty much anything you could possibly imagine for things that you may need to accentuate or add to a production to make it more realistic. So up the stairs is where we keep all of these magical items, and then over here in the corner we have some more miscellaneous furniture items that we're not able to store in the rest of our furniture storage, which I will show you in just a minute. So we have miscellaneous chairs, bins, a wagon, whatever those benches are in the background there, and other things to help us with our productions. All right, we're gonna head back downstairs. All right, the next piece I'm going to show you is the actual entrance to our theater. So if you just walked in the side doors, you've got your black box behind you, and this here is our theatrical or stage entrance to the auditorium itself. And you might notice that it's very, very dark behind me. And so if you walk on stage and you notice that it's dark, the first thing you can do, there's a little button right here on the wall. You can push that button and then it turns the works on. So come along with me and I'll show you our backstage area. This is our ramp. All right, everyone, welcome backstage. So when we have gigantic pieces to load in from the outside, we can raise and lower this door here, which is very helpful when we have large orders of lumber for set construction or set building to come in. You can see we have this behind the psych space where we store some pieces or when you need to get backstage for some reason. And then here we have our stage. We have a big empty auditorium right now because there's nobody here but me. We have our stage left wing. We have our stage right wing, and I'll show you our stage right wing in more detail in just a minute here. On our stage left wing, we have a couple of little surprises. Up what we affectionately call the ladder of death, we have this straight vertical ladder that goes straight up. And if you take my technical theater class, you can get certified to climb this ladder. But at the very, very top, we have a storage area, and that is where we store costumes that we don't use on a regular basis. We have costumes that might be from a Shakespearean era, or our Oompa Loompa costumes are up there. Tutus might be stored up there, or any kind of costumes that are just not used from show to show. They are very, very era or historically specific. Behind these double doors here is our lumber room. This is where all the techie set building magic happens. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that for you now and we'll show you inside. This big old door in the way. So you'll have to excuse the mess, but no one's been in here since our school closed back in March of 2020. So this is our lumber room. We were right in the middle of set construction for our musical Mamma Mia when school closed last year, so it's very sad. And this room is a lot messier than I would like it to be. I'm a little bit of a neat freak and a clean freak. But over here we have our power tools, our cordless drills, circular saw, staple guns. Over here we have some tool chests where we keep screwdrivers and hammers and casters for moving set pieces. On wheels we have door hinges, we have wrenches, all those good things that you have in a storage chest. Over here we have a lot of safety equipment, a first aid kit, safety glasses. We have an assortment of little nuts and boltsy things. A lot of our paint things are here. A sink, our miter saw that desperately needs to be replaced. A lot of scrap wood that we use from show to show. And then over here we have more paint things in this flammable, keep away from fires, all of our paint that we have stored. And then other things like tape measures, flashlights, hot glue guns. and things like that. Why, there's a picture of Teddy Roosevelt on the wall. I don't know. No idea why there's a picture of Teddy Roosevelt there, but there is. So this is our lumber room. If you ever take a tech theater class or an upper level theater class, you will use and see this room a lot. Over here we have our stage right area, and this again is where we have a lot more storage for flats like this, for platforms that we use in shows. Over here we have a lot more platform storage. Around the corner here we store a grand piano that's used in a lot of our chorus concerts and band concerts. And then if you go back here and up the stairs, that is where you have our furniture storage and our catwalk, which I'm going to show you right now. Come along. It can get a little bit crowded back here. You can see our wing space is not as large and as opulent maybe as some of the newer schools in our county, but it's what we've got, and so we just make the best of it. If you come up these stairs, this leads to our furniture storage and catwalk. So a lot of times when you are doing a show, you might have a scene that takes place in a kitchen. And so the scene that takes place in a kitchen might need a table, and it might need chairs, and it might need a sink or a countertop, or you'll have a scene that takes place in a bedroom. And so you'll need a mattress or a bed frame or a desk. Up here is where we store as much of these generic pieces as possible. We have some specialty pieces that are really custom that you aren't going to necessarily use from show to show. But we also have a lot more of just very simple traditional style tables, chairs, benches, desks, countertops, other things that can be, we've got more flats up here, desks, dressers, things that you would use to fill a house that if we need them, they're always up here. To my left, there's a door here, and that is going to lead us to the catwalk. One of the things I like to emphasize in tech theater is the importance of safety, and you will see right away there is a fire extinguisher that sits outside of the catwalk door, and I'm going to point out to you 3 more fire extinguishers that are right in this catwalk area. All right, so now I've opened the door and you can see the fire extinguisher that is outside the door. As we come through here into the catwalk area, immediately inside to my right is another fire extinguisher. And then in this area here, this is where we keep a lot of our extra lights. You can see a lot of these Source 4 ellipsoidal, well, they're not actually Source 4s, they're knockoff Source 4s, but they were meant to be Source 4s. You can see some floodlights up here, additional ellipsoidal casings, and then you have our old psych lights. We actually recently got new psych lights, and so these are the old ones that are stored back here. And then you can walk up these couple stairs here, and that will take you up to our catwalk. And I want to point out immediately right there on your right is yet another fire extinguisher. All right, guys, so here I am up here on our catwalk, and this is where you can see the entire stage from up above the auditorium. We have our ellipsoidal lights that we have up here, which run very, very hot, which is why we have so many fire extinguishers up here. The one here that I pointed out, and then there's another one at the far end of the catwalk here. If you take technical theater class, you'll be able to come up here, change out lights, change out lamps, and also help adjust lights and focus lights as we need to focus them for a show. So I know the catwalk is a very exciting place to come. A lot of kids are really excited to see what's up here. The first day of class, they're always like, can we go on the catwalk? And so here it is. This is our catwalk. This is what it looks like. And hopefully someday when you are back and we're all back together again, I will happily give you all a tour of this place in person. The next thing I'm going to show you is our costume storage. Come along. Oh, real quick. I know it's dark, it's tough to see, but these are our batten winches. Unfortunately, because we're one of the older schools in our county, these are still operated by a hand crank. And so when you are on stage and you want to raise and lower the battens in the ceiling where our stage lights are kept, where our Fresnels and our 6 pars and our LEDs are all kept, which I know you can't really see too well right now because of the dark. That is how we lower them. Hand crank. Takes a lot of good muscle power. All right, now we have a bright, well-lit auditorium. Again, if you are familiar with other schools, most auditoriums are double this length, but this one seats about 700 people, and it is a good size for us. If you've ever been inside the auditorium and you've always thought to yourself, I wonder what's through these double doors. Well, this is our costume storage. So like I mentioned before, on the other side on stage left, up the ladder of death that we so affectionately call it, we have a lot of our specialty costumes that we're not going to be using every single solitary show. But in here, this is where we have a lot of our suits and dresses and historically ambiguous dresses and things like that that we do use commonly, coats and things like that. And so come on in, I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see, again, it's messy because we were just in the middle of costuming a production. So we have a bunch of costume racks that are on wheels that we can move around. And what we'll do for a production is we will pull these into the dressing rooms, or we'll pull these into the black box, and we'll start pulling costumes that are specific to what we want to use for an individual show. But then on the left here, we have men's dress shirts, men's suit jackets, men's suit pants, and then on the right side here, color-coded, coordinated, we have blouses and women's jackets on top, and then on the bottom, if I can get to it, if I don't fall over, like I almost just did there, down here on the bottom, we have all manner of women's dresses that are mostly from modern eras, anything from the 1900s through today. This place is like a jungle gym. I can't get through. Over here, we have vests, we have hats, we've got jackets, we've got shoes. Down here in this drawers here, we've got sewing patterns, which really probably need to be cleaned out because we don't make as many costumes anymore as we thrift them. Over here in these cabinets, they're all labeled. We have boas, gloves, belts and suspenders, tights, leg warmers, aprons, things like that. And then on the side here, oh my gosh, this place is so messy. On the side underneath all these men's jackets, we have crinolines, wigs, more shoes, more hats, things that fall under the genre of costuming as opposed to props. All right, and the last place on our tour today is our tech booth. So I showed you the stage and all of the little nooks and crannies of our stage, but in the back, this is a techie's home base. Behind those glass windows is where we have our soundboard, our light board, our microphones, all things to do with tech. Again, another fire extinguisher, and we have a follow spot there that we use in our productions. And this is our tech booth. So during a production itself, we'll have techies sitting in here, running the lights on our light board, which is this element, what do you call it? Console, that's the word I was looking for, console on the left here. On the right, this is the right. And then on the left, this is a Q32 is our soundboard. This is our microphone rack for our wireless mics. And then we have all of our wireless microphones sorted oh so neatly and nicely in these little shoe racks here on the wall. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour today. I'm so sorry that we can't be here to give you the tour in person, but I promise you the minute we're back in school together, I will bring you around all these places that I just showed you, and so you can see what they look like and smell what they smell like and enjoy them together. Check out my next couple videos, which are going to be tutorials on how to use the light board, how to use the soundboard, if you are so inclined to watch those as well. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.